Alright, so you guys are gonna trot back to your,
Yeah, do I see a cat following us?
I was gonna ask, Piper, your cat needs to either make a stealth check or you need to cast invisibility on it.
15.
Alright, Leslie, what's your passive perception?
It is 10.
Alright, yeah, so the cat just kind of follows like
Dante,
5 feet
you're
behind you
passive?
guys.
What's Dante's passive?
Yeah, Dante, on your sheet, check real quick what's your passive perception.
Passive.
Below skills.
It's at the very bottom of your
Passive
skills.
perception is 11.
Oof. Where's Leku when you need him?
Where's Yoda when you
Yeah.
Leaping
Leku.
steps.
Leku
Where's
only has a passive
everyone?
perception of 13.
I thought you took
Oh.
alert. Who took alert then? No one took alert.
I couldn't
I didn't-
take a lot. I didn't get feet.
What am I thinking
Yeah, like
of?
none of us.
I think
are
you're
before.
thinking of the old Leku.
Probably.
Best I have is a 15 because I only have a 16 wisdom.
Yeah.
So once we get the stat improvements, my wisdom's going up to 18.
Yeah, my dex is hitting a solid 20 when that happens.
Hey, so, Dante,
Yeah.
you want to give me 1 minute, real quickly?
Sure.
Okay.
Do you want me to just like step out or something?
No,
The forest. So
no.
Go to the blood area.
This is before out in the woods while she's just walking. Okay, ready?
okay.
Okay, she's gonna cast, she's gonna try and cast Fire Familiar on, Petite.
Alright, make an Arcana check.
It explodes.
I mean, I actually have the spell in the spell slot. But,
Oh.
It's still a living animal.
Wait, does Find Familiar let you make an animal into your familiar?
I don't know.
It doesn't.
Cast it. Let's read it.
Maybe read the spell you want to do before trying to do it.
I'm just oh. I grabbed Unseen Servant, not Find Familiar. Never mind. Ignore me.
You make him your unseen servant.
What, do you just push Dante
Very
with
weak.
some invisible force? Pull his pants down?
Thought I had it. I'll just grab it next level.
Hockey punch him.
Never mind that.
Okay.
He's so
Thought
chill.
I knew how to do something and nothing too important.
Just give me a minute. Comes back a minute later. Never mind.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Seems legit.
So I have like no reason to ring out here. It's just nice to have someone.
Yeah, I get it. Got anything new?
Well, I mean, besides this little ah,
Ah.
sorry. She's just really cute. Oh, I got the. So I've been trying to figure out how to build a mechanical cedar dragon, which is why I was fucking searching for parts, and I'm so mad that there isn't any.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Anyways, you want a soda?
Yeah, I'll take a soda pop.
These will crack open soda, give it to Dante.
Crack
And I think
open
it's just
a
gonna really devolve to
lukewarm
just
one.
sitting out there like Alazia probably playing her guitar, but
Alright. Just a quaint little moment between the two of you.
even though it's probably some like really like strange rowdy
If
song
I
about like
got
being
that
drunk or
girl, I've been
something.
married a long time ago. Where'd you come from? Where'd you go?
Piper, you were expecting more, but you saw the whole thing.
It's no, okay.
Just two normal people
With
Having a
blood
conversation.
all over the grass.
Yeah, with blood everywhere.
Oh yeah, also probably a rotting arm
Blood.
somewhere.
An animal
Cool.
probably would have nicked that arm ages ago.
I'm gonna
Yeah, that's long gone.
cast
Yeah, it's
suggestion. No, I'm not.
Yurtle ate it as a tiger.
Your little ate the arm as a tiger.
It was delicious.
Like, he slept tiger formed, you know? It's like sleep form.
Sleep-
Fucking
I sleep
That
tigered.
would be awesome. A freaking druid with like sleep
sleepwalking
turning.
tiger.
It happens in Game of Thrones. It happens in Spellbound.
Oh my god.
I'm willing to do it.
I'm gonna try and jostle Yodel awake, or if he's like semi-awake, I'll knock on
Nah,
his
he's
shell.
like proper sleep.
Damn.
Oh yeah, he's passed out, like solid cold.
Alright, I won't jostle that dude. What time is it?
It's like after the train ride, it's gonna be like 9 in the evening.
Fair enough.
Everyone's kind of hustling to get to bed. It's been a bit of a day.
Yeah. I'll go to my fortress of solitude.
As you walk in, you see that just kind of as you left him, Varian is just kind of chilling on the beanbag. He's reading a book, and you see Gar is just sort of like standing, sort of leaning against the fireplace. He's sort of just looking at the sword that's just sort of placed on the mantelpiece.
I'll yawn and just, you know, Gale tried to mess with that sword with his head, and it got like a wicked headache.
Gar sort of like turns to look at you and he says, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently the defense teacher knows what it is. I think it's just a joke for the students to try and lift, but can't.
He says, "Oh, I actually," and he goes to like pick it up, and he can't. He says, "Oh, yeah, I see your point."
Yeah. Though he did also say that if he messes with the sword, the teacher would fuck him up.
Oh, shit! And he goes,
Yeah.
"Let's go with the sword."
Yeah, that was kind of a weird part of it.
Do you think it's important or something? Do you think it's like?
I mean, like, it has the Libra symbol on it, so, like, I'll kind of, like, skip over the chair and sit on the arm, I guess, since that's where the token goes.
Yeah, that's the same symbols on like the house. Like, isn't there some weird like zodiac theming with all the little houses or whatever? Like,
Actually, is that? What do the other houses have?
yeah, the senior house has the Virgo symbol on it.
Huh.
The junior house has the Gemini symbol on it. I've never been to the sophomore house. And then the Crub Club losers have all they have like the Pisces symbol on all their badges.
Huh.
It's weird because there's only 5 houses and there's a lot more zodiacs in that. But I don't know.
Maybe the teacher's ward and stuff?
He shrugs.
No one wizards. It could be some kind of wicked, like, treasure hunt.
He says, "What? Like, do you think like they're like named after like the sword like determines the symbol?
Maybe.
Do you think
Like,
the sword's magic?"
well, of course it's magic if we can't pick it up. Like, unless it's, like, made out of something that's really, really heavy. Like, it
Well, I
won't-
mean,
it won't budge.
I'm assuming it's like there's like a spell on it. But I didn't. Do you think it's like? I mean, I don't know. It's just kind of a weird sword.
I think there might also be an item in the other houses with a symbol on it that I am kind of interested in seeing what they might be.
You know, it says we've been in the junior house for like 5 minutes. They also have a sword, and they had their symbol on it.
Oh, so all the swords have different symbols.
So, yeah, it didn't the swords didn't look the same though. It was weird. It had the Gemini symbol, and it had two blades on it. It had like
Oh,
like one of those big old barbecue forks.
Bident.
It says yes.
A tuning fork.
Huh. So,
Like maybe for plane shift.
to assume there is a
He says out of
sword
character.
for each symbol. It's late. Where are the other swords? They gotta be around
Shrugs.
somewhere.
It says maybe they're part of some weird like set of like magic, like weapons. Like they all have some weird like Power Rangers. And like they have like little things. Like when you get them all together, they make like
Power-
a big sword.
He actually like,
Oh,
sits up
God.
more. It's like, oh hell yeah, that would be awesome. Like, what if like all of us got a sword, and like when we all fucking like combined them or something, we all got like wicked armor.
We become one big sword.
We become a
Became
huge.
something like Trollvon or something.
I love that.
I
I
need to
love
get
that
off the
show.
rug.
Like we get like one of us is like the leg, the other dude's the man.
It says, yeah, very. Wouldn't that be cool? And
He sits there with like no cheek and no finger, and it's just like
Varian like just doesn't even like respond. As you look at Varian, he doesn't even look like he's reading the book. He looks like he's like looking above the brim and just staring into the flames.
Ooh.
All I see is fire.
Is he
Cue Ed Sheeran song.
gonna be alright?
He says, yeah, I'm sure he'll be fine. And you see, he doesn't obviously just like looking at Gar, he does not think that.
Anyway, I guess I'll ask the librarian history teacher about it.
Does that? Yeah, yeah, I will too. Yeah, just anyways. Good night, Julian. Yeah,
Night, man.
later.
What the fuck kind of bird is that? No, go bed.
Relations have improved.
Yeah.
God. They stuff.
Hey,
Our
they stuff that.
social status has ranked up.
God.
Hey, Dante,
Yeah.
can I ask you something weird?
I like weird questions.
Can I feel your cheek for a moment?
Nice.
Sure?
Never gonna dance again.
Can I lazy like examine his cheek a bit?
Guilty feet ain't
His
got
cheek?
no
Yeah.
rhythm.
Yeah, sure. Make an investigation check.
If I actually find something out.
It's a cheek.
It's a real good cheek.
Dante's got great cheeks.
Yeah.
So just giving him the feel. He's got like a nice jaw structure. He's got like it's got a good face on him, nice and muscular.
Okay.
Nice and good to
Great.
steal. to use
You should
as
probably go.
art.
It's getting late.
Yeah.
Neither
Yeah.
of you slept. Incoming exhaustion.
I got something I gotta work on.
A face.
Yeah.
A cheek for Varian.
I'm not really sure what that was about, but thanks for the sody pop.
You make a
problem.
prosthetic cheek.
Person who cut off their own arm.
I mean,
They thought they could
Varian
make a better one and failed.
Varian already has like a weird thing on his cheek, like covering the absence of his cheek. I'm not sure what the function of a robot cheek would be.
Oh, no, she's gonna make. She would try and make something that makes it look realistic. So you don't. It's kind of the whole thing of, oh, it looks real. I don't feel like I'm missing a part.
Classic Luke Skywalker sort of situation.
So she's
like
gonna
No,
try.
it'll just open up and fire small rockets out of it.
Just like a
Yeah,
metal
she's
Also
jaw.
laser beams out of it.
If that doesn't take too long, which it probably will, she's not gonna sleep. she's gonna also try and make a fake finger. Not one that's functional, because that would require like a whole setup. But something nice.
All right. So does everybody else sort of go off to bed eventually? Is everyone else doing
Yes,
anything?
Leku is going to do a light reading on his alchemy book, then head to bed.
I reclaim my hammock now that Tom has been expelled.
It's one way to fucking.
The hammock is mine once
Do
more.
we have any word on
None
top?
shall
Is he,
take
like,
from me.
all the way gone now?
You haven't had any weird like declaration that he's expelled, but he's not. He's never showed up ever since the day that the detective showed up.
Todd is gone.
Todd is dead.
Can't believe he's fucking dead.
I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done this.
It's so quaint that everything just kind of worked out in the end.
Don't say that, man.
Worked out.
Don't say that, man.
Night turns to morning again.
Woo.
You're all back in the freshman house.
Yep.
It's Sunday.
Bloody Sunday.
Hey, actually, relevant day.
I know, right, Sam?
We're gonna spend all day
And,
drinking
there's
VBs.
no Elliot this morning to wake you guys up. There's no thing going on as far as you guys are concerned. And as you guys all just sort of like lull yourselves out of bed at just differing times depending on your character's preference.
Hmm.
Laser comes stumbling in at like 9.
Oh, God.
Piper will be up at 10.
I'll be up at a regular time of like 8.
Leku wakes up at about 7.
My character will wake up when seems. Oh. What would be normal? Fuck. Yeah.
Don't all phase
He's
just
a
kind of
pothead. The
sleep a
question
bit
is,
less?
is he one of those potheads that rises with the sun, or is he a pothead that sleeps in?
Being say rises with the sun, since he also does like gardening.
Eventually, through the course of the morning, Yertle, you see just eventually, or you don't if you're gonna just like stay passed out. Someone approaches the freshman house and gives a little knock on the door.
Oh, shit.
I will give them away and be like, what is your quest?
You crawl around on your door, just, what is your quest, traveler?
What is your favorite color?
Someone
Never-
understands
never-
what I'm...
Don't worry, I already know.
You recognize Monty Python.
How fast does a spring wallow fly?
Depends what kind. I just shoot, I forget which kind.
Oh, I
forget
don't
the
know
exact.
that.
African or European?
African
African
I don't know.
Swallow.
I don't know, get
Is he gay or European?
Yeah, I was about to say that sounds like a South Park song.
So I say that and kind of get off and pick up my door.
I throw open the door.
Pick up my door.
She
I walk
says,
up like 1 to 2 steps.
"Oh, hello. My name's Miranda. I need to pick up a couple of the students here at the freshman house."
Uh-oh.
Which student?
Did someone do something wrong?
She says, is someone gonna get the door, or just
Alicia throws open the door.
Oh yeah, at least you threw it open.
Like, really aggressively.
Alright,
it kind of like bumps into her as you just kind of like thrust it open, and she kind of
Does
just
it
steps
open
back.
inward? Oh god. It's an outward door.
Oh, it doesn't open inward? I thought
No, it
opened
opens out.
inward. Oh.
I can't control. Okay, I was about to say I couldn't control my own token because it was underneath hers.
Okay. Hi,
She kinda
sorry.
like- Oh jeez, she
What's going
teleports. No,
Sorry,
She says-
sorry, thought the door opened this way. Like, I don't know how that happened. Hey, how you doing?
she says, "Hi, my name's Miranda. I've been sent here by head counselor Calaros to retrieve a couple of the students here at the freshman house."
Oh,
Yeah, who?
Shit.
If Yaddle is on that list, he's not here. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah,
And
who
I'm
are you
going to
retrieving?
start, like, kind of speed walking towards the hammock, like, nope.
You see, Miranda is this very like young-looking girl. she looks elven or half elven. She's got sort of like this tanner, darker skin. And she's got like she doesn't have a robe on because it's not like a school day, but she's got like this white button-up shirt, this little vest. She's got on this like little like office skirt, I want to say, like a more official, nicer looking skirt. And she's got a big ol' Crub Club badge sort of pinned to her vest. And she pulls out like this little piece of paper, like a little card, like kind of like the ones that Elliot has, like the little staff little cards.
Okay.
Hey,
She
Julian, the club's here for you.
Hey, what's
She
gonna be
says-
here for me? I can't even cast spells properly.
I don't know.
She says, I need Miriam Palletier. I need Leku Tormes. I need Dante Cower. I need Varian. She kind of like stares at his last name. She says,
Yeah,
I
we
need
know who that
Varian.
We know who he is. Actually, I made a fake cheek and finger for him.
And she says, and that's all.
Oh, wow, I'm surprised to know that. Hey, Dante.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you.
Oh, neat.
I'm running off to go get Miriam.
Where are you?
Yeah, where the hell's Dante?
Dante's like right there.
Hi.
What? Dante's right behind you.
I'm right here.
I mean, sorry, that Varian. Fuck. Look, I didn't sleep at all last night.
Miranda says, hello, Dante. My name is Miranda. Just
Howdy.
kind of step outside and we'll take off.
Dante, don't come back with a new girlfriend.
I
So
won't.
what time is it?
It's like 10-ish.
Okay, yeah, Leku was probably just practicing firebolts on the tree in the morning.
Yo's like hiding near the tree,
Look.
packed firebolts
Yeah.
on.
Are you okay there, Yodel?
Person with name of list, and I'm not here if they said they needed the other.
Okay. Was I on that list?
I don't know, I walked away.
Okay.
Hey, Varian! Leku!
I think you
People
might
here!
be. Check. Safety first.
Hello?
Elsie, as you yell, Gar and Varian both kind of like just strut down the railing.
Okay, hey, two things, guys. Varian, here, come here.
Lucky, you see this girl standing here with like a little card, and she turns to you and says, "Oh, you're one of the freshmen, right?"
I'm Leku, yes.
She says, "Oh, Leku, perfect. You're one of the students I need. Go and stand next to Dante here." She kind of gestures at him.
Okay. Give me a moment, my game has crashed.
She says, "All right.
Not in character.
Like,
My game has crashed.
Working.
Take as long as you need."
Just
My
T
brain has
poses.
crashed. Sorry,
It's
give me a
the-
Yeah,
second.
like your T poses, Freckles turns into an error.
Just a little arrow sign.
I'm telling Miriam that she was announced by the Crub Club, man.
Says, I've been announced for the Crub Club?
No, one of the Crub Club people's here. They grabbed people. You were called. And you, Varian.
Varian just says, what?
Yeah.
Varian,
The
Varian,
Crub
I
Club
need you a
people are
moment.
looking for you. Or at least the councillor. Dude, no, Boss Man's looking for you.
Varian just kind of strides up towards Alesia and says, what's going on?
Can Alesia pull out the chicken finger?
Oh, how nice.
Yeah, I've been here.
He says, thank you. He takes them. He says, this is actually really nice of you. I don't know how, I'll have to talk with the medical staff about how this will work, but
I mean, hey, I wouldn't want to be walking around missing an arm. Cheek or anything on you is just as important.
he says, thank you. Hopefully I'll be able to repay you for this.
Nah, you don't need to.
And he sort
Anyways.
of tosses it in like a little satchel he has, and
No, if Dante doesn't get her, you definitely should.
she says, you must be Miriam, and you must be Varian. All right, that is everyone. He says she sort of gives a wave to everyone else, and she closes the door.
Hild's just near a charred door, fucking like freaking out, thinking it's something bad.
Yeah. Hey, Julian. If you need me, I'll be out in my place.
She sort of stands there, looks at the card again. She says, "Okay, we're gonna need to do a little bit of a split up here. Dante and Miriam, you're going to follow me to talk with the inspectors. Varian, you are to head to the assistant deputy headmistress's office, and Leku, you are going to head directly to the Crub Clubhouse." She says, "All right, Dante and Miriam this way. Varian, I hope you know where you're going, and let's go." And she sort of starts walking off. Varian just kind of gives you like a look, Leku, like a curious, like just he doesn't really know what's going on. He kind of walks past and heads
Leku
off.
shrugs. Like, not the simple shrug, like the full hands in the air shrug. Hands upside down, head slightly tilted.
All right, Dante. So, you and Miriam are sort of led back into the teaching board and into the arts and crafts room. All right. So, Miranda sort of leads you to the arts and crafts room, and as that happens, I need Dante to join me in the super spooky secret DM only chat.
You little nerds!
All right, so I'm just gonna keep talking as Julian sits up because the first bit isn't really that important. But
Yeah,
so
it's good.
Miranda leads you to the arts and crafts room. You see sort of the familiar setup of the crime scene tape, sort of sprawled up everywhere. And she stops in front of the door and she says, "All right, we are going to go one at a time. I've been instructed. Miriam, you go ahead and head in first. And Dante, you'll wait out here with me."
All right.
And Miriam sort of just like very hesitantly, obviously very nervously, gives you a look and
Don't
walks
give me anything.
into the arts and crafts room. She's in there for a very long time, like 20 minutes,
20
and
minutes?
just sitting around there bumming with
Kinda-
Miranda.
You're roboting a bit.
And then she comes out and she looks very nervous and she looks at you like dead in the eye with like a very, and then kind of goes to sit next to Miranda, and then Miranda says, "All right, you're up now," and she sort of shoves you towards the classroom, and as you go in, you're sort of just met with the familiar three figures of the purple man, the mustache guy, and then the other chick who were there the day of the investigation, sort of in the aftermath of the attack.
Howdy.
The purple guy looks down at his clipboard and he says, "You are you're Dante, right?
That's me.
Cool. You got some slight background stuff on you. Seems like it all checks out. All right. So you've been at the academy for a week now, right?
Mm-hmm.
How's it been?
I mean, it's been all right, except for that incident, I guess.
He says, "Tell me about before that, though. How's it been settling in? You know, how's Wizard? How's the whole shtick been for you?"
Oh, I've been making lots of friends. It's pretty good.
You know, he says, "Come over and sit." He's sitting at the table, and then these two are sort of standing next to him, and he kind of points to this little stool here. He says, "So, how was? Tell me about your first day. Tell me how about the excitement of all that."
I met lots of new people. I met a turtle. He carries around the door. It's pretty cool. I have a musician friend. He's pretty neat. He makes like magic with music. Not really sure how it works, but he's cool.
He says, "Who are these two?"
That's my buddies, Julian and Yertle.
he sort of like starts scribbling a little something. He's not taking like heavy notes, but he just kind of writes those two things down. He says, "So what do you say you normally do after a school day? What's your like favorite activity? You a big sport boy? You a fan of broomball, wizard chess?"
No, I mostly just kind of hang out at the freshman dorms.
Says, "Oh, just with your friends then?"
Yeah, we just kind of hang out there.
Says,
We
"You
like
friends
to.
with lots of the freshmen? You sort of got a big group going of friends?"
Mm, yeah, I'd say I'm on good terms with pretty much everybody.
He nods. He says, "How have your classes been, Dante? Any favorite teachers?"
They've been pretty fun. I liked Cooper before he died. Um, all of them have been pretty cool though. I like the defense teacher. He's nice. Uh, yeah, it's been pretty good.
He says, "So tell me about your hand, man."
Oh, you mean this little thing?
Yeah, and he points at your hand, which has the eye symbol.
Oh, it's just a neat tattoo.
He says,
Cool in the little book they had.
that was that was carved in the day of the incident. Uh, you got any explanation for that?"
No, not really. That's why I said it was a tattoo, because I have no idea what this thing is.
He says, "So it just kind of showed up after the attack."
Yep. It's
Uh,
probably related to that thing that came out of the mirror over there.
trying to decide whether to make it a persuasion or deception check because you're not technically lying. Go and make a persuasion check. Yeah.
Persuasion. There it is. Woo! Beat that DM.
All right. He buys it. You see him. He totally buys it. He says. He points at the woman and he says, "Do we have any other reports of strange tattoos after the incident?" And she says, "We didn't check all of the bodies of all the students, but nothing magical showed up except for the mark on his hand."
I mean, I was the closest to it when it came out of the portal, besides like the teacher. It was like right behind me from what I understand. So I don't know, maybe it's that.
He says, "That's a very interesting theory. Do you know anything else about the attack? We already sort of got a general account, but I want you to describe just any details you feel like might be relevant."
I don't know, my friend it seemed like it was interested in him. It went after him. Julian, the guy I was talking about before, my friend.
He nods. He says, We've had similar accounts to that, yes."
All right.
He says, "Do you know that? Do you know why that would be?"
Not really. Now, this is strictly in confidence, right? I assume you are indeed the police.
He nods. He says, "We're federal agents. We're a little bit above the police in technical
All right.
regards."
Okay. I'm sure my friend would be fine with me telling you this, but he's been having dreams. It's put him under a lot of stress, and I'm not really sure how to console him properly, but he's very worried about this.
He says, "Your friend's been having dreams about strange creatures attacking him?"
Not necessarily, but he's had a dream telling him that something is after him.
The man points to the mustache man, who begins furiously writing this down on like a clipboard. He says, "Keep going. Just anything else? Any other details about it?
That's about all I know about the dream. I'm sure he knows more. I mean, he's the one that's had them."
He says, "All right. Very well then. Dante, before we conclude this this little questioning here, I have one simple last question for you.
Yeah, sure.
Do you have any idea how this creature entered the school?"
No, not really.
Make a deception check.
Deception. There you are. Oof.
He looks at you and he says, "All right, I guess that's it. You're good to go."
Thanks.
Go ahead and tell Miranda to send in the next batch when she gets around to it.
All right. Later.
All right, and you walk out. Yeah. So Miriam and Miranda are out there. She says, "All right. So are you both done?" She sort of looks back to you.
The nice policeman in there said that you need to send in the next batch when you get the time.
She nods and she says, "All right. I'll take you back to the freshman house then, and we'll sort of get the next sort of stage of things going."
All right.
Yeah. All right, and she walks you back, and we can all go back to the
Woo.
regular chat.
Welcome back,
That
Mr.
20
Brick.
boy. Not 20!
That was a big. Your deception,
Oh,
however,
shit,
seems to have had the lacking its part.
Do not know if that is a good or bad roll, but
Can I just say, Alex is gonna have a lot of fun stabilizing by shouting and everything this game.
I hate you.
All
Don't
right,
even ask
so I know I dragged you back, Alex, but are you gonna head to the Crub Clubhouse?
Oh.
Slime.
Huh?
After the secret,
Fine.
Slime.
going on?
So we're gonna do you next as you head to the Clubhouse.
Okay. So, into
Oh, yeah,
the...
so into the
I got-
secret DM chat.
I got a question, DM, real quickly.
Yes.
3, 2,
After this
1.
is gonna be the end of the game. Because I might have to dip, and I just want to make sure.
Yeah, probably. We might.
Okay.
There might be like a couple things, but nothing important. So yeah.
Alright.
I
I'm
just
gonna
have
rip
I have
around.
each all day.
Tired.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. If you got to dip, you got to dip.
Okay, see ya.
All right, yeah,
See,
Have a good
see ya,
one.
guys.
yeah. See you, man.
Turning and shaking your head. Goodbye.
All right. So Alex is here. All right. All right. Yeah. So you walk up to the Clubhouse. You've never been here before. You don't really know much about it. You see the Pisces sign is outside with the Crub sort of logo above it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, what do you do?
Well, I've been told to go to the house, so... Or the place, so I guess I walk up to the door and knock.
All right. You give it a knock, and for a second, there's not really a response. Like no one's really ready to like open the door for you. But then, eventually, you hear someone kind of get up and go to the door, and it swings open.
Oh, hello?
And you see a very strange person at the door. It's a creature you've heard of, but you've never seen before. At least not like in the last couple weeks or anything. You see a dragonborn. He looks incredibly young. He looks incredibly condescending as he just stares at you. He says, "What do you want?"
I've been told to come here.
He says, "Oh, you're Leku or whatever, right?"
Yes. Well,
He says, "All right, yeah. Kalaros wants to see you. Thought he'd invite you to see the whole place, didn't he?" And he kind of steps back to kind of let you in. And he says, "This is Leku or whatever." And he goes and he sits down. And he's got I should probably get a thing for this. He's got a book in front of him. And he's sort of just scribbling away at it.
good evening. Or morning.
You see that there are just two guys sitting on the couch in front of the fireplace of the house. They've both got kind of casual attire, just kind of like they're both wearing button-ups with jackets on, but they're not like the same button-up or jacket. And all three of them have the little Club green badge pinned on their clothes.
Okay. Where might I find Kalaros?
This guy is just kind of not really paying attention to you. The other guy kind of stands up and he walks over to you. He says, "Sup, man? My name's Damien. How's it going?"
Good. Where might I find Kalaros? Apologies.
He is upstairs. I think he's gonna come down in like a dramatic entrance in like a couple seconds.
Okay.
Is it? I don't know, but just you're the kid, right? From the thing.
Possibly, depending on what you're referring to.
And as he's talking, you see Caloros just sort of step down. He starts walking down the stairs as Damien is still talking to you. And he says, I hope we'll see you around, man. And he gives you like a slight pat on the back. And he goes to just kind of walk away. And he goes back to the couch. And Caloros kind of walks down. And he says, Mr. Tormes.
Yes.
And he sort of waves the finger for you to like come over to where he is.
Hello, sir?
He kind of looks around at the rest of them, like with like just like gaze, and like it's so weird when to see him look around because like his eyes don't move. He has like these vacant white glowing eyes, but like his head just turns. He's like gazes around at them, and this one sighs as he just sort of like just gets up off the couch and then he goes upstairs. Just kind of walks off. And then Damien just kind of like jumps off the couch in like a very energetic little jump, and he also heads upstairs. And the Dragonborn does not move, and then Caloros clears his throat, and then he looks up, sees him, and then he also just goes upstairs.
Okay.
And he says, Leku, go and have a seat. And he gestures to either table or the couches.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And he sits down across from you. And he says, Leku, you are very clever.
Thank you.
He says, I was impressed to hear about your apparent effectiveness combating the beast that attacked the math class last Friday.
Yep.
He says,
Apologies.
I also was not fooled by your little disguise.
So I suppose I'm in trouble then.
He says, practicing necromancy at Sphinthus Academy is heavily against the rules, which is why I'm so glad that you're clever.
Huh?
He says, Leku, I run the Crub Club. It's my own little organization here. I'm not really the headmaster, I'm not really in charge. I imagine that will change due to recent events. I'll probably be bumped up a few seats. But the main thing I do at this school is pick out particular students that harness a great amount of potential. At the Crub Club, we have our own private lessons, schedules, and classes. I normally don't pick freshmen to join this club, but with your particular talents, I would like to offer you a seat in the Crub Club.
And what would be the requirements of that?
He says, you would have to be willing to learn and develop, and I would be able to teach you things about your preferred school of magic.
Okay. But one question for I agree.
Not.
Would you be acquainted with a elderly man named Albert?
He says, I know a lot of Alberts, none that really stick out.
Necromancer?
He looks at you, and he says, how do you know that name?
It's... Before I answer that, may I know you're standing with him?
He sort of stands up from the chair to like look like away a little bit, like he's thinking very heavily and intently. And he looks back at you, and he says, "Leku, I would like to emphasize that you do not have to make your decision at this moment. I normally don't allow members into the club until their sophomore year, and most club members aren't involved in my own little personal classroom. But," and he puts his hand on the table and looks like he like leans in, like not right at you because like it's a giant table, but like he's like leaning in closer to you, and he says, "It would be well within your interest to enter my tutorship. With that fact in mind."
Well, it wouldn't exactly be easy if I wasn't. I suppose I will, but yeah, I guess I will.
He nods. He says, "Wonderful," and he claps his hands, and he says, "Now, obviously, you don't have to move in today or anything. If you neglect to move into the clubhouse at all, I'm afraid that is not really permitted. But take your time. I have no date for when you should be in here. Your schedules, forget about them. Your classes are irrelevant. You will have the private club schedule assigned to you at a different date, and you and I will have to arrange a time for our little meetings. Only one other club member is involved in such practices of mine, which you'll be joining. And hopefully this works out very well for the both of us."
Yes. Would it be possible for me to take a few of the normal classes to keep normalcy, at least?
He says you're keeping your normal classes at all times, but you're part of the club schedule as your time and level of advancement.
Understood, sir. Well, then I suppose I'll be seeing you.
He nods. He says, "I'm glad to have you aboard, Leku." And he sort of steps and he sort of gestures to the door as if like you can leave now.
Thanks for your time.
And he just sort of like watches you as you leave with like just the vacant wide eyes.
Like he closes the door behind himself with a somewhat worried look on his face.
As Miriam, Dante, and Leku sort of head back to the house, Miriam will grab Dante by the sleeve and kind of pull him aside from Leku, kind of just in the yard.
Yeah.
And she says, what did you say to them?"
So I told them I didn't know how the monster got in. They asked if I knew anything about the monster. I did tell them that it looked like it was after Julian.
She nods. She says, They didn't ask us anything about the ritual."
No. They asked some weird ones though. They asked like what I thought of the school, like what my favorite teachers were, if I was making friends, some weird stuff like that. Might have just been something to like ease me in. I don't know.
She says, they asked me that too, like just I don't know if like just they asked they phrased it like whoever summoned it wanted to murder Mr. Cooper. Like if I had like a reason to like hate him, like they asked me about it. They didn't ask anything about the ritual. They didn't ask anything about us like as a collective.
Yeah.
They didn't. I want to say that they're not onto us, but I'm worried.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think I was convincing enough when I told them I didn't know anything, but I don't know. They're police, so you never know with them.
She nods and she says, I don't know what we should tell everyone else. I don't want to worry them, but I don't want to have them be misinformed. I'll sort of just follow your lead, but I don't think we told them anything we shouldn't have.
Yeah, I think we'll be okay. And I did tell them about Julian's dreams, just to kind of like protect them, maybe. I hope that was the right move.
She nods and she says, "All right, I just wanted to make sure that nothing, I wanted to just confer, like our check our stories, like deny, that sort of thing."
Yeah.
So yeah, we can head back in.
All right.
And she starts to walk towards the house. She gives Gale a little wave as he just sits on the porch.
Hey, Miriam.
She nods. She says, "Hi, Gale."
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Dante.
So, not a whole lot happened, really. The police just wanted to ask us some questions.
Oh, so you guys were being interrogated?
Not really interrogated, mostly just, like, regular police questioning. They'll probably call a couple other people in, like you. Maybe Julian. Probably Julian.
Fair enough.
They'll probably call in anyone that was in that room if they haven't been questioned already.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Just some basic questions. But if they ask you if you know how that monster got in, tell them you
I'm
know
gonna
nothing.
jokingly respond to them that this is a conspiracy made by the entire school and there's 1,000 different factions. No, I don't know anything.
Well, I don't really know anything either.
Julian, I want you to make a perception check.
I can do that. Nope, no, I can't do that.
All right,
Freaking out
Julian,
too
you're
much.
just like you're kind of like you're really nervous. You're freaking out. You don't know why the people were asked away.
Yeah.
After you might have heard like a faint tapping. It doesn't really register with your brain. You don't focus on it at all. Eventually, you hear like big bangs, like someone pounding on glass.
Oh, hey,
And
look.
you hear someone shouting Julian from outside.
Yeah, I kind of shake like into, I was kind of tunnel visioned looking like at the door, and then just turn and just Elliot.
Yeah, Elliot is like pounding on the window, like screaming at you.
Hey, I open. Is it openable?
Yeah, so you just sort of pop the window open. As you open the window, he grabs you by like the front of your clothes, and he yanks you out of the window.
Uh-oh.
Shit.
He says, Julian, I need your help.
Okay. What?
He says, listen, just this is very bad. I need you to come with me. We need to talk. Don't bring anyone. Just come with me. And he runs off into the woods.
Don't bring anyone.
Don't tell anybody.
And he just runs off with you.
Yeah, I go with. Does he still wear his boat? Is he dressed or like?
At this point, Miriam walks into the house and goes, "Julian," and just gonna. No, he's wearing he's wearing jeans now.
Okay, good.
He has like every day he'll like rotate like this. He has like really weird vests that he'll wear like with like a button up and a tie. And he's got one of those on still, but he looks frazzled. Like he doesn't look under the influence of anything, but he looks like.
Do
Maybe
we
that's the problem.
hear him pounding on the window?
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely would have heard that.
Should we follow?
You probably would. You also would have seen Elliot just grab Julian out of a window and just run off into the woods with.
I think we need to follow them, Gale.
Let's go.
All right, so you two also just take off after them.
I mean, it feels like the logical response.
All right,
Well,
and
I don't want Julian going anywhere.
with all of that, we will end this session of Spellbound.
No,
Aww.
Elliot.